Dan Larson here at the photo booth with some recent acquisitions and a little follow-up from Toy Fair a few weeks ago. We're going to jump right in. Up first, we have Jazwares Legendary Series 6-inch Fortnite Sentinel, aka Tall Geese Chicken Geese Gundam. I don't know. He looks like a Gundam. This was a figure that, or not a figure, a skin that rolled out in Fortnite. Disclaimer, I don't play Fortnite. I tried once or twice. It wasn't the game for me. I've seen people play it a lot. It's whatever. This has nothing to do with the game. All that matters is a lot of cool action figures have come from the game, and I've bought quite a few of them, both from McFarlane and from Jazwares. This one is Jazwares 6-inch scale. Sentinel is the name of this particular suit. Skin, figure, whatever. And it looks like a Gundam, and that's part of what attracted me to it. And, you know, it's probably about a year old. And ever since it got released, I was like, all right, if we're doing action figures, I got to have that one. And so I was very excited to see, heading into Toy Fair season this year, that this figure was rumored to be in an upcoming Jazwares release. And people who got into the Jazwares booth, which I did not at Toy Fair, said that they saw it and it looked amazing and it was coming soon. And then right after Toy Fair was over, it went up for sale on Amazon. I grabbed it for $20 with free shipping as a Prime thing. Comes with a bunch of stuff. Shotgun, whatever this is, second gun, potion or something, healing, I don't know. And then there's another bottle that's over here with my other stuff. It's another bottle of stuff. All of these figures come with a lot of cool accessories, and it's actually been really nice to build up a whole mini arsenal of like, they're like animated style, you know, they're fun, kind of cartoony looking weapons. I mean, some of them would pass for regular weapons with, you know, Marvel Legends or whatever else, but a lot of fun accessories there that might replace some weapons when the new G.I. Joe figures hit, you know, whatevs. But this one in particular, you know, I have a lot of thoughts about it. I love the design, and I was very much anticipating an action figure and hoping that they would make it. And then Jazwares did, and Jazwares would have been my first pick, just because of the articulation scheme tends to be a little bit better on Jazwares. Usually they've got butterfly joints and stuff. They also, unfortunately, have toe and finger articulation. But look, so here's my main problem with this thing is it's molded in that like iridescent kind of shiny metallic plastic. Pearlescent maybe is probably the better word. And I really wish they didn't do that. Like Marvel Legends was doing that with some Iron Man figures, and I just don't like it at all. So I really wish they had just gone flat, you know, matte finish. Just a straight white plastic on that thing would have been a much better. I do like the gold metallic on his big bird feet here. I like the gold metallic on his beak, you know, and all those details. It's really great. He's got the sort of red metallic on his crest, you know, everything, the design is there, you know, all they had to do was copy the figure, the skin, and they did. And that, you know, it's there. It's so close to being, literally perfect and literally exactly what I wanted. Just the kind of plastic they picked really bummed me out. And then secondly, because of the design of the particular figure, there's no butterfly hinges in the shoulders here in the torso. That was a bit disappointing. This little shield or whatever it's supposed to be on his arm limits the arm from doing just about anything. The toe articulation, just like all the rest, affects his ability to stand. These thigh hip pieces, I thought for sure they'd be on a hinge so that you could turn them backwards like so many Gundam figures do, but they're stuck there, so that limits the degree to which you can actually pivot those legs out, you know, outward. And then, you know, finger articulation. Finger articulation means that he just can't hold any of his weapons, so it's really disappointing. I mean, you can get it if you fiddle with it a bit. You can get him to hold the stuff. And, you know, I posted some pictures on my Instagram at Toy Galaxy, and I still love it. You know, he's got his backpack thing here, works better than most. You know, it's got positionable wings here. You can have him up, you can have him down. It is very Tall Geesian. From day one, he's looked like that. It's just, man, I was so excited for this figure, and I still am, and I do still love it, and he's still easily in my top 10 of 2020 so far. That video should be coming up here at the end of the month. But, man, it's so close to being perfectly executed. So my hope is that McFarlane is still going to take on this particular mold normally when both companies do a design, and it hasn't happened that many times that there's been a design that I really liked and both companies did it. I think so far it's really just the Skull Trooper. I do tend to prefer McFarlane's style. The articulation's not perfect. It's really, really good. There's almost no crunch, and that's disappointing. But the designs tend to be a little sharper. The figures are a little bigger, so that's not great. But most of the McFarlane stuff I do prefer. I have way more McFarlanes than I have Jazwares is. So you know, that's gosh, it's like I want to give it a 9 out of 10, but there's a few issues, and most of that, you know, good rating for me is coming just from how much I like the design of the character. So I dig it. I think at $20, it's an easy pickup, a must-have for me for sure. But I am still hoping that McFarlane comes out and takes a swing at it and does a little better. Bossfight Studios recently is shipping the Kickstarter rewards. Hang on, let me adjust this a bit. Kickstarter rewards from their Mighty Steeds Kickstarter, which last year? I don't remember exactly when it came out. This is a dog from Marauder Task Force, just for fun scale. There's a lot of fun stuff going on in 3 3/4 inch, 4-inch scale right now, especially with the indie companies like Marauder Task Force and Bossfight Studios and others. But this is Sarah Francis. These are 4-inch scale, roughly, fully articulated horses. In the Kickstarter, they also had an elk or reindeer or caribou. I don't remember off the top of my head what it was. But there's potential to do all kinds of quadrupedic sort of equine animals with the molds that they currently have. And the Kickstarter had, I don't know, 7 or 8 different horse designs. And this was the Kickstarter exclusive, Sarah Francis. You've got rainbow mane, rainbow tail, gold hooves, gold unicorn horn there. There is another unicorn, Francis. I can't remember what the other horse's name was, but Frankie. It was Frankie. Is currently, I think, available for sale for purchase on their website. All of the other items can be pre-ordered right now. I don't know when they ship soon, I would assume. They had a lot of them at Toy Fair. They looked amazing. Some of the packaging decisions they made are amazing because there's just, you know, there's all kinds of items, interchangeable sorts of things. You have different tack saddles, you know, different wing kits. These are modular, so you have pieces that can be removed and replaced with other stuff. This whole head can be replaced. The tail can be replaced. The withers can be replaced. There's kits to turn it into a Pegasus, so the withers would come off. You put another set on there, and you have a big set of wings there. The regular horses you can turn into demon horses or, you know, other stuff. There's a whole range of things that they're going to be able to do with these horses and these molds. Themed sets, different breeds, different paint styles, whatever. You know, Bossfight showed off their Zorro and Phantom, so, you know, Tornado and Devil? Ghost. I can't remember what Phantom's... I think Phantom's horse is Ghost. Is Devil. I can't remember what his horse's name is, but Tornado is Lone Ranger. Tornado is Zorro's horse. Ghost or... I can't remember what his horse is. Anyway, it's inconsequential. But a lot of cool stuff there. Definitely check it out. Definitely support those. Because I would love to see them do more stuff, and you got to support the indies. And then, yeah, go buy a dog from Marauder Task Force. They've got all kinds of fun 4-inch scale dogs. So also at Toy Fair a couple weeks ago, Mezco had this bag of loot. I'm not really sure what the deal was, like who got it or whatever. All I know was I was on the list to get into the thing, so were a bunch of other people. I got a ticket. They said give it to the person behind the curtain, and then the person behind the curtain handed me this bag full of stuff. And there's a gold foil logo here, Mezco 20 years, and that's sort of the theme of this thing, is like black and gold, 20 years, blah, blah, blah. Inside we have a poster, the roach with the golden head, if you can't see that. So Gomez, this is Gomez here. If you saw our Toy Fair recap video, Gomez is the Mezco mascot, and that's who's standing next to me. That's who I'm offering some cake to in the thumbnail image from that video. Inside we've got some patches and stickers and things. Agent Gomez, these guys, sticker. So, a bunch of fun stuff there. It was also unrelated to those things. Well, half related, I guess. I posted a picture of these on my Instagram as well. Mezco is doing 5 POA lines of figures. This is their Gomez line. And then they're also doing Space Ghost. They've got Fleischer-era Superman, Scooby-Doo, Addams Family. I'm sure there's other licenses coming up there. But this, I was pretty psyched to get it. This whole package, this was my favorite thing to see inside. A translucent Space Ghost figure. I was planning on getting the regular one. Yeah, it's not pictured here. I was planning on getting the regular one anyway. Oh, you know what? I think it's in the... I think there's a catalog inside. This was the other cool thing. I wish everybody would do printed catalogs of everything all the time because I'm old school and I like holding this stuff in my hands and looking through. This is their whole 112 catalog. So you've got all these like new upcoming releases and stuff. But I'm pretty sure... Oh, that Keaton Batman. Man, I wanted to get that just out of my price range. If they're doing Reeve Superman, I'm going to have to get Reeve Superman. And then I may actually have to pay the secondary market prices and get that Keaton Batman. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But, oh yeah, here it is. Oh yeah, Batman 66. So in their 5 POA stuff, they've got Addams Family. And I don't know if it's specifically based on the new animated movie or whatever's coming out. 66 era Batman with a playset and a Batmobile. Fleischer Superman with the robot. And that's just some awesome stuff there. And then, oh yeah, Space Ghost, Birdman, Warriors. So weird. So weird to be alive right now. Collecting action figures in this age of just, first of all, like... just so much stuff, and then second of all, to have things like this, and then a coexisting market of just 5 POA nostalgia everything, just a crazy amount of range in the collectibles that are available right now. You really got to be on your game, pick and choose, go for the things you like. So anyway, this 20th anniversary Mezco set. Really classy packaging here. You've got the foil logo here, metal lunchbox, you know, really nice setup here. But the figure on the inside is just absolutely ridiculous. You know, the only 112 figures I have currently are Ash and Brown Suit Wolverine, I believe. I think that's all I have. I had a Captain America Commander Rogers figure at one point, but I didn't really like it all that much. So I traded that. I can't remember what I did with that. But anyway, so this Agent Gomez figure, they've done before, but this is a special edition. So all of these weapons on the previous version would have been like normal colorings. I don't know if you can see, there's a good, like sniper rifle here and a couple other guns and stuff. So they're just all tricked out in gold now. And then speaking of gold, the figure itself, I would hold this up, but, you know, let me see if I can do this. I put this on a different tripod today. I'm going to take you in for a show. So all the different interchangeable hands and the boombox. The boombox actually opens up, and you can take apart that sniper rifle and store it inside. But this figure is a really... I don't recall anything like this ever being done before. So this is Agent Gomez, and or just Gomez. So fully articulated, an incredibly stitched little suit here. But the most important thing is this head is insane. It is 18, it's gold plated 18 karat gold, which is just utterly an indulgent sort of over-the-top kind of thing that I just don't know that any other company would attempt or even, it just wouldn't even think about doing. Such a weird, such a crazy choice that really makes them stand out from the rest. And let me tell you, this thing is heavy. It absolutely weighs more than the figure itself. Like you feel the heft on this thing. It even comes with like a certificate of authenticity stating that it's gold-plated. I don't know, just an insane milestone for action figures. Whether you're into that or not, it's a thing that happened, and they did it. It also comes with an alternate head here as well. You know, so if you actually want to pose it, play with it, do with it, display it, and not actually have the 18-karat gold-plated head on it. You do have the option of just a regular gold plastic head. And then the other thing that was in here was a small jewelry box. And inside, there is an actual... There's an actual 2-piece decoder ring in here. If you can see, this knob like turns. It's got like the gold knob on top and then the silver piece. This is like, what? It's designed by Han Cholo. Check him out on Instagram. I've been following him for a while. He's got a lot of incredible pop culture jewelry and stuff. But this thing is like, I don't know. I don't even know what to do with this. So here's the thing. On the website, it says that, first of all, you can buy this whole package on the website, or at least you could have. It is currently sold out. They've got a pre-order, not even a pre-order, it's a wait list. The pre-order is sold out. There's a wait list. If enough people show interest, they'll probably put it back up. But this, they said they're going to be sending out decodable messages, and that opens up, unlocks additional benefits and stuff. I don't know. It's crazy. The whole thing was out of my price range, so it was neat for them to put a comp, sort of item out there for me to take a look at. But what a different kind of thing for action figures and collectibles. Definitely nothing like anything I've ever seen before. Kudos to Mezco for taking chances and doing things different and really standing out from the crowd. This was a stand-up piece. And then the other Kickstarter that recently fulfilled was Zica Toys Sectaurs campaign, conducted with the full support of Sectaurs original creator Tim Clark. These are absolutely brilliant figures. Just gorgeous. Like, if the vintage line never existed, these would be absolutely incredible figures that would be stunning to look at, to pose, just innovative things, great designs. But because they are a not rebooted even, just revived vintage line, that just makes them all the more special. And there's do you reboot? Do you reconceptualize? Do you redesign? Do you try to stick with the original concept? Do you try to, go in new directions? Zica Toys in this case just said, you know what? We just want the original thing. They had the license and they decided to kickstart recreating those figures as accurately as possible. With certain obvious exceptions. The whole point was not to make them the same size as the originals, of course, but to capture the spirit and to reboot them for the way and the kinds of things that people collect now. So, much smaller scale than the original stuff. But the designs are spot on, and I would argue improved in many spots. And that's not to say that there was anything wrong with the originals, but these are definitely, updated. And, you got to play with the details a little bit at that scale, the smaller scale than you have at the larger scale. But everything's there, the metallic accents on these things are gorgeous. All the accessories are included. You get your shields, your swords. I mean, the holsters still have, you still got your sort of rubbery kind of holsters for the weapons. After 35 years, however long it's been, God, to be able to bend the elbow of a Sectaur is just, it's a special thing. If you're not familiar with the original pieces, they had knees. So you had knees and, shoulders and necks and stuff, but no elbows. And, I get that they had them bent because the gimmick of the line was, the mounts that they would ride. I'm going to pull these guys out of the way here. And you had, the puppets that the figures would ride. And so, of course, they had their hands bent. This is not a good camera angle for me. This is a puppet, and my hand still fits in it. You can control the mouth with the button here, with the finger, your middle finger inside. The whole idea was that, you had these mounts and the figures would be riding on them. So their, elbows were bent so that they could hold on to the little so they can hold on to the, you know, handles here. But here's the thing, you know, these work fine with, I should put this guy on here, these work fine with the new figures too. The legs bend, they've got more articulation, so scale-wise, I think it actually works better with the new figures. It definitely makes the beasts more substantial. And these guys come with a lot of stuff too, like, you've got, you know, plenty of weapons per figure. Spydrax here, General Spydrax. He comes with an alternate head that has his mouth open. He's got his shield. He's got his whip, just like the original figure came with. He's got a rifle, his 2 pistols that are on him. And then 1, 2, 3. He comes with 4 other sets of hands, which I don't think I own a single. No, that's not true. I have a couple of Microman figures. Alternate hands don't happen on 4-inch figures. Dargon over here has his shield, his 2 pistols, his belt, his sword, and then he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever I just said, 5 sets of hands as well. He's got a rifle. Just, you know, for the price, they're amazing. And so the Kickstarters have been fulfilled, and I believe you can pre-order, not even pre-order, maybe pre-order, or just order. I don't know. Maybe they're in stock. I haven't ordered any of the actual stock ones yet, but Big Bad Toy Store has them. I don't know if Entertainment Earth has them. Check them out, but I can't recommend these enough. They're fantastic. If you're into Sectaurs, you have to get these. As far as mounts, there's, as far as I know, and I don't have any inside information, there's no plan currently to do mounts. They would love to, but you got to support the figures now. There's Dargon and Spydrax and 3 others in the first wave, and then they've definitely done some prototypes for wave 2. Hopefully we'll be able to get those out as well. And we'll see. And we'll see where the line goes. But yeah, support the figures now if you want to get more of that stuff down the road. Anyway, thanks for watching this and all of our videos. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at toygalaxy. If you're in the position to help the channel grow, please visit our Patreon at patreon.com/toygalaxy. Thanks. Later.